everyone to this live stream. I know that there was initially some technical difficulties that was going on because the thing is that I wanted to have this live stream go on my tablet, but the problem is that I got a little further from my house, and for some reason the Wi-Fi mesh couldn't completely integrate with it and stuff. So this time, instead of being in a park, I'm just simply in my backyard and stuff. Cause nothing's better than being in a backyard and everything. Because I initially was going to go to the park this morning and stuff. And for everyone that's watching the recording, this was on Sunday, July 31st, 2022 and stuff. And basically, like, I was going to go to a park. It's just I woke up a little later than I wanted to because, like, I also had some stuff I had to take care of and everything. Like, my my parents and I, we were like, we had like breakfast and stuff. We had a few things going on and everything, some chores and stuff. And I'm trying to be calm because there's a bee right by my foot. Okay, I'm good. But I said all that to say that, like initially I was going to head to the park and do the live stream like I did a few weeks ago on Sunday morning at Great Kills Park on Highland Boulevard and stuff. And, a few of y'all was able to join and everything. That's why, I'm happy that Lewis was among the ones to join that live stream in particular while, I was expressing all the stuff that was on my mind and getting a sense of some of the nice greenery that was around and everything. And if you saw the post that I had shortly before I went live, initially I thought that the landscapers that we had was coming to take care of one more thing, which I thought was ironic because they cut the grass yesterday. But turns out I was wrong and stuff, which I'm happy about out and everything. And whoever that was they weren't here, but they were nearby, and I wanted to have as minimal noise as possible. I wanted to be peaceful, and I just personally want to show the grass only because I don't want too much scenery to be recognized in some way, shape, or form, and everything and stuff. And the reason why I just wanted to be out here in the backyard is so that I could take advantage of a technique that one of my family members told me when, like, if you're stressed out, this technique is kind of weird and everything, or I thought it was weird at first, but one technique that could be easily tried is like if you have your own patch of grass available, then it's good to walk on it barefoot. Now, at first I was like, huh, barefoot? But one thing about ones that may be older in a way, like they always have a good amount of wisdom and stuff. Like I'm 25 years old. I'm smart, but I'm not wise and stuff. So, I didn't want to doubt them, so I was like, let me take advantage of that I was like, let me see what it does and everything. And I tried it earlier this year, a little bit after the winter, or probably during the winter months and stuff. I went out in the backyard, stepped on the grass, and out of nowhere, I just felt all calm and everything. A lot of the stress just melted away. But it also helps with going out to the parks and everything. Like I might do a live stream tomorrow because I do want to head to a park in the morning like I do at times and everything because either way I have to go to a gas station and before I go to work Tuesday and stuff. Because I just want to make sure that I get that done and everything to make sure that, everything could be nice and taken care of and stuff. Now, one thing I wanted to mention was if you got a chance to, if you're watching the live stream right now, you're probably thinking about the thumbnail that I chose and everything, and it was actually an Academy Bus Prevo H345 that I caught in Manhattan this past Friday and everything. I didn't get a chance to upload it to Instagram, but like I was like, let me just get a nice thumbnail because the live stream that I did at Great Hills Park, that was actually taken that day at Great Hills Park and everything, and it was Blue Nova from Yukon, and I was able to upload that, and practically no problem and stuff. And it was like, and like it's kind of ironic. I went from catching a Nova bus and now here's a Prevo on the thumbnail and everything. Which credit to Volvo for creating some good products over the years and stuff. But I'm like, man, because initially I was gonna get one of the Hudson Bergen light rail videos that I caught for the thumbnail, that I've been able to catch a few times while I was on break at work for VIA. Because, like, the bright side about working for VIA, you get an opportunity to go places that that you always want to go to have an opportunity to bus fan and rail fan, because even though I still have a job, I still like to catch some buses and trains and practically talk about buses, trains, planes, and more and everything. It's still in my description for the channel and everything. And because, yes, I'm an on demand bus driver now, and everything. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that you still don't take the opportunity to see what others have to offer and everything. Like yesterday, I was on YouTube and stuff, and I was looking at some of the vlogs from like Jay Wong, for instance, who is the director of operations for a motor coach company in Peoria, Illinois, and stuff. It's called Peoria Charters and everything. He's the director of operations, and at times he drives the buses there. He got wife and two kids and stuff, but he still likes to have like vlogs and everything for his viewers and stuff. Got a Patreon account just like me, but like he still like enjoys his job in a way where he likes to share with others, and I kind of like to be in the same category too, where yes, I slightly got the job that I always wanted. I always wanted to be either a bus operator or a train operator, and this time I got the chance. Speaking of being a train operator, I've had Train Simulator Classic for a number of years, but I never got the chance to be able to upload it to YouTube and everything. There was one there was one video that I recorded of me operating a Union Pacific ET44AC, for instance. And basically what happened and is the upload was no problem. It's just I never found the good opportunity to find a reason to have it uploaded in a certain video. And not to mention a few other games that I play and everything, like SimCity 2013, because um in like honestly, to me that's a game that had so much potential to be so much better and everything. Have I played any older SimCity editions? Not really. But at this, oof, fly just flew right by me. But basically, I said all that to say that that SimCity 2013 is really the first city planning game that I've had the opportunity to play. And right now, the only city planning game that I play and stuff. But it had so much potential to be a much better game, aim and stuff. But for some reason, like EA decided to no longer or support the game for whatever reasons, I don't know and stuff. Like, is it because the cities are reportedly not as big as the cities in the old game, or whatever the case is? But I still like to play the game for myself. In fact, I was able to a few years back get the complete edition of SimCity, which includes the Cities of Tomorrow expansion, It includes the theme park sets. It includes stuff from all over the world. So, for some of the cities in my region, which I formerly called the United Empire, basically, I have some double decker buses in some cities. And basically, how the cities are designed in a way, like, it's designed to practically, it's, well, I didn't start with this initially because, like, I got the game when it first came out almost 10 years ago. But I have my cities designed in the way where if I had a certain level of control and stuff, basically it's to the best circumstances possible in a way where traffic is best organized. And I don't really know that many people that still play SimCity 2013, but I still enjoy it myself and everything. But basically basically and I see some of y'all coming in, and you're welcome to like chime in and say whatever on the chat. But basically, with regards to SimCity 2013, I mean, like basically, over time, I started to see some of the do's and don'ts. Like, personally, I personally go in sandbox mode because in sandbox mode, you can be as creative as you want. And if you have sandbox mode in the complete edition of SimCity, you have so much power, it ain't funny. But I said all that to say that with regards to um like basically how I organize traffic, for instance. And of course, it's not an ideal system and stuff, but like how where the bus stops are could also lead to a profound impact on how the cities are. Like one habit that is in a lot of places when it comes to where you locate a bus stop. There's some that, and this is prevalent here in New York City, especially here on Staten Island. One thing that's prevalent is the fact that there's a lot of bus stops that come after a stoplight in particular. Like, I never really take much note of it. Like, I've seen it, but I really didn't take it to heart only until recently, earlier over the summer when I got to take the Orion 7 OG hybrid one last time in Queens and everything. And after bus fanning at the Ed Koch Queensboro Bridge and everything, I was able to board the OG hybrid on the Q60 route and everything. And this was before the Queens redesign. And basically, I was able to take the bus over to I was able to take the bus over to Queens. And while recording the trip, like, personally, I don't like to have the camera rolling when I'm at a red light and everything. It just takes up so much unnecessary space on my phone. So I'm in the middle of recording, and basically what happened is that um is that once the light turned green, I pressed play, but then next thing you know, we're at a stop. And at almost every other stop, there's passengers and everything getting on or off the bus. So in my mind, I'm like, that's practically a waste of time being on the bus and everything. And it's not just with the MTA and everything. I've seen that with New Jersey Transit and even my job with Via Jersey City and everything. And at times it could be a little bit scary for Via, only because of the fact that with New Jersey Transit, with MTA, and almost every other bus company out there, everyone knows where the bus stop is, and there's no parking there. But sometimes I'm driving a van on a narrow street where the curb could be taken up, because like it's not like there's no parking available at a specific corner and everything. Like sometimes, like, I could be unintentionally blocking a narrow street and everything. And mind you, my passengers that I'm picking up could not be right there at that moment and everything. Like, just a heads up for everyone that wants to apply for Via Jersey City, you got to know this. Is once you arrive. right? Once it's like in 500 feet, come to a stop and everything, which it uses system similar to Google Maps. But I say all that to say that once you arrive, you press the thing on the app indicating that you're there, and if they don't come right away, you wait 2 minutes and everything, which is which is not bad in a way, only because when I was taking care of food deliveries, and when a customer tell me to hand deliver the order to them instead of leaving them at the door, I had to wait 5 minutes. So 2 minutes is not so bad. So, sometimes they're not there right away. And one thing I heard from one of my passengers is that sometimes the other Via drivers don't call. They just, wait there for 2 minutes and everything. And basically, really, if they don't show up, you go and stuff. Me personally, I put arrive, and if I don't see them right there and everything, I go on the phone, call them up and everything, and while it's safe to do so, of course. And I have it in hands free where I plug it into the auxiliary cable, and you're actually gonna see some vlogs on some of me on some of my Via trips. But I said all that to say that while I'm waiting there at a corner that's after a stop sign or whatever, it's just so uncomfortable and so weird. It ain't funny and everything. And I don't like it sometimes. Like, I'm not a big fan of it at times and everything. And I empathize with the New Jersey transit operators that I see driving either a Navi, an MCI, or an Excelsior and stuff. Now, speaking of the Excelsiors, I've been seeing more and more of them come to New Jersey Transit, the New Flyer XD60s and everything. Because, I've been seeing a lot more and more of them. And, down to this day, I've yet to take a New Jersey Transit bus. And one thing that I kind of noticed, in one article that I seen that was posted on Twitter, that Via was able to retweet, um, is that in some cases, from what I've heard, Via Jersey City is in some cases taking up what New Jersey Transit is technically supposed to do and stuff, where Via is basically a on-demand bus service where you get to share a ride with a few passengers and everything, and it's no fixed route and stuff. Where basically you're going from one point to the next, and sometimes you're picking your driver picks up other passengers while you're heading to, like, let's say Exchange Place, where I go to often, or Grove Street, or any other potential location and stuff. And basically, like, I said all that is say that, from what I've heard is that Via has become very popular and everything. I even have some friends that live in Jersey City, that take Via often, and there's some that's even saying, "Why can't I have you for my driver?" and stuff. And the truth is, and this is like when I was taking care of food deliveries, I have no control over like the who's the I have no control over who I want as my passenger or where I want to go. Sometimes I wish that was the case and everything, but you can't control everything. And it's the same with the bus drivers. But I said all that to say that I was able to see the report where there's been a where and please don't quote me on this, but I've heard that there was a constant back and forth between MTA and New Jersey, no, between New Jersey Transit and Via, not the dispute between them in particular, but how some are reacting to the service for Via, and everything, where the service for the buses ain't so well, all for some apparent reason and everything, which is kind of sad and stuff, because I'm gonna come to New Jersey Transit's defense. Now, the only thing I've taken from New Jersey Transit was the Hudson Bergen Light Rail. But I do have friends that work for New Jersey Transit, for the buses, for the commuter railroad, and so on and so forth, for New Jersey Transit trains. So basically, we like one thing that is often crazy is that when you're in the middle of driving and everything, and you're at work, and you're constantly being yelled at for things that are completely out of your control and everything. And that's why whenever there's some bad things going on that's completely out of the driver's control, the last thing I want to do is yell at the driver and everything. Especially with um I know ones that are in public transportation, including my dad, that at times have to deal with customers that may be frustrated for things that are not the workers' faults to begin with, but it's something that they cannot completely control for the moment and stuff. And in some cases, they wish they can. They wish they could help. They wish they could do more and stuff, but sometimes it's completely out of their control and stuff. So basically, I said all that to say that personally, with regards to the dispute on like which is better, Via or New Jersey Transit and everything. Personally, I'm neutral at this point. Yes, I work for Via, but it's only because it's the opportunity to work part time and stuff. And the reason why I'm coming to New Jersey Transit's defense is because most likely Jersey City is not the only one that's dealing with this particular problem. It's very likely, sorry about the helicopter right now, but it's very likely that what's it called? It's very likely that New Jersey Transit it wants to find a better lead on the situation, but is trying to take care of so many other things at the same time, so many other issues. Not saying that the issue of having better bus service isn't important, because believe me, it is. Because, like, the vans that we have, the Mercedes Benz Metris, which take up most of our fleet, cannot accommodate for all of the passengers and stuff. They can't accommodate for all of the passengers. There's sometimes we wish we could, but like admittedly, like we can't for instance drive into Journal Square to meet up with the other Nobbies, Excelsiors, and MCIs. We're practically limited on where we could go to some degree and stuff. Yes, Via is practically more flexible than that of a regular bus, but in some cases you still need the regular bus to accommodate for more passengers going from point A to point B. Because if we haphazardly replace all the Nobbies, all the Excelsiors, and all the MCIs with Via, then basically basically Via Jersey City would be in the same predicament that the same situation that New Jersey Transit buses are in and stuff. Because yes, the Excelsiors, they could accommodate for more people than the Nobbies supposedly, but at the same time they're severely limited on what they could accomplish and stuff. That's why personally I wish Via wouldn't be seen as a threat to transit agencies and everything. In some cases, I see them more as assisting transit agencies and stuff. A way of saying, "Hey, buddy, help me out here," er, and stuff. Like, there's nothing wrong with asking for help at times and everything, cause let's say New Jersey Transit had the same money and power that the MTA has and stuff. Like, the MTA commendably is trying their best to take care of certain things. Are they perfect? Far from it. But at the same time, they're still trying in a way and stuff. And basically, I just wish Via wouldn't be seen as a potential threat, but could seen as an opportunity to help in a way and stuff. And I might also add the same for, I might also add the same for what's I might also add the same for, a few other services that, partner with Via and other places like Via Cupertino that I saw this morning. And I even saw some pictures on Google where apparently Kings County Metro in Virginia has some vans partnered with Via and stuff. And again, it's not the Mercedes-Benz Metros, but this time they got the Toyota Sienna, and I think that's pretty cool. So, admittedly, one thing I wasn't going to do is I wasn't going to have that long of a live stream and everything. Like when I'm out in the parks, it makes sense to have a long live stream and everything because I'm walking around and exploring at the same time and everything. But basically, it's lunchtime and I'm hungry to be honest and everything. So I'm basically just gonna end the live stream for right now. You know, you're welcome to like the video, and share and subscribe. Alright, and you're also welcome to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and also become a Patreon member. Just pay like $1 and everything. Like, if the same amount of subscribers just pay $1 on Patreon and stuff, I could practically just have enough to like have me good for like just a few weeks to pay the bills. But basically, that's basically it. So I'll see y'all later, and I'm gonna go have my sandwich.